Good morning and welcome to Manic Fishing. Well, it's freezing out here. I'm at Grafham Reservoir. I'm going to fish today with Daniel Brackley. Don't know what the setup is, don't know what the boat is or anything, but I just think we'll get out there, we'll have a go, and hopefully I'll get some good footage. So yeah, hopefully we're going to target zander today, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a couple. This is all new to me. So you come along on the journey and learn with me, but Daniel's an expert at this sort of thing, so hopefully we'll catch a few. Right, so we're just at the boat here. Daniel's getting it set up, so I think we're going to have a try, and we're going to use the active target today. I've used it a little bit myself on my boat, the active target 1, but it'd be interesting to see how it works on the lake. I know Daniel's pretty up on it, so we'll get ourselves set up and we're going to try and film on this 360 camera. Here's the boat. Let's hope that big landing net's going to get some big fish in it, but yeah, hopefully, you know, this is all new to me, but we'll enjoy ourselves, I'm sure. And it's my birthday today, so yeah, what better than spending it with a fellow ambassador and having a bit of fun and catching some fish that you've never caught before. Right, so we're just heading out now, and on this unit here we've got the active target. There's a few boats out with us today, so hopefully Daniel says that there's a zander out here, so he's setting me up with 2 rods, so I've got like a bait caster and just a normal standard one, so I don't think it's a lot different to my, you know, sea fishing. I'll just adapt and hopefully we'll catch a few. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this 360 up and hopefully we'll get some good vision. I'm going to let him put his motor in first so I know exactly where I can put this camera, and then hopefully we'll get some good footage for you.
You right for me to have a go quickly?
Yeah, please, yeah.
So if you look on your live system, you'll see it there. You see all those spots on it there? I count.
So do I want to have this on a active target?
So I got active target on at the moment, yes.
Okay, so AT, yep.
So you'll see the rope, and you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's potentially 5 zander there, maybe a few more. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm literally casting past that, letting it drop till I can pick my lure up.
Oh, so that rope is that buoy?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
So now I can see my lure. Watch as I drop it down. I'll keep an eye on it.
So you're right on that rope?
Not quite on it, I'm just off it. There you go, look. And now I just want to hover it just above their heads. See, there's a fish following?
Yeah. So you're just slightly twitching it then?
Yeah, normally I prefer like just a nice little steady retrieve.
Yeah. Can I go?
Yeah, of course you can. So
I can see the fish there by that pole, so I'm aiming by that pole, am I?
Yeah. Right, so you're on the, there you go, there's your lure dropping.
Okay.
Okay, stop your lure from falling, so close it, and now let it drop down nice and steady. Okay, I need you to reel nice and slowly, nice and steady and slowly. Go, 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 reel, 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 reel. See that fish? You want to just hover just above it. There you go, you see it moving?
Yeah.
Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. There's a, he's following, but you're going to run out of real estate. So just burn it in. You don't want to come too close to the boat.
Okay.
So what I would like you to do is cast on the right side of the buoy this time for me, please.
Too far?
No, that's fine. So there's your lure. So just close your bail arm because you're just going to let it swing now.
Yeah.
Okay, reel. So you want to keep it about 2 foot above where the fish is.
So that's what I am roughly, am I?
Yeah, so you're below one fish, so get it above the top fish. Yeah, that's it, perfect. Nice and steady, nice, not too fast.
Oh, there's 2 there.
Yeah. Well, just let it drop a little bit, you're a little high. So, Mac, if you can right side, but almost like in line like this, because we need it to come as close to that buoy as possible.
Okay.
So we don't want to go over it, but we want to run like parallel to it almost.
Okay, so casting that's
so almost like that direction. So exactly the direction of what the scope is pointing at.
Okay, so now?
Yep.
Yep. And is it overhead cast better?
Yeah, whatever suits you. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a good cast. So all you want to do is just put your rod tip a little bit to the side so it comes closer to the buoy.
Right, yep.
And we're almost trying to get it in line with the active target. So you'll have to reel so I can pick up your lure because I can't see the lure at the moment. Oh, there's your lure. There, I just seen it go through there now. So you'll see you're going right to the bottom.
All right, yeah. Oh, I can see it now, yeah.
So the reason why is just so we can get a nice clear image. We don't want to be going too far past the buoy.
And what do you think their fascination is round there then?
I haven't got a clue. No. I really don't understand why they do it. There you go, Mark.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Blimey. Fantastic. Blimey, look at the size of that.
So, there you go, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's get some photos, Daniel. What do you think that goes?
He's only about 6-7 pound. It's not a very big zander, to be fair. So lovely markings, really lovely gold.
Yeah.
Are you alright with that?
Yeah,
Is that all good? Do you want me to let it go?
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. The fish coming right underneath the boat. So you're good. You got a good height there. Lift it a little bit higher if you can. Up, 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 up. Yeah, you should be about good there.
And just hold it there then.
No, just steady retrieve. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a jerk, little tip wobbles, but that's about it. You don't. You sometimes less is more. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Oh, I can see your one just by the side there.
That's the fish right underneath the boat now.
Yeah.
So that one higher up is quite difficult to see. So let's try and get one on the bottom.
Okay. So cast again.
Yeah, so as tight as you can get to the buoy. That's a good cast.
So still letting it down.
Yeah. Okay, close your bail arm. So now we want a controlled drop on it. So we want it to slow down on the drop.
Yeah.
And then as it starts getting closer, then what we're doing is we're just going to have a really steady, slow retrieve. So let it drop. Let it keep on letting it drop if it's still dropping a bit. All right, so now just a steady retrieve, nice and steady. There you go. Oh, did he move? Oh, he kind of almost wanted to, but then didn't. So let it drop again. Just nice and steady. Stop. Retrieve.
Oh, I see, yes.
So if you miss one, then hopefully try and go for the next one.
Yeah.
That one looks a little timid. So I mean, it's not the method I'm trying to show you is what we call strolling.
Okay.
It's not an easy method because it's about keeping everything in line.
Yeah.
So as you'll see, look, watch. I'll drop it.
Yeah.
And my bail arm's already closed because I want a very controlled drop for most part. If I know I'm getting too close to where I don't want to be, then I'll let a little bit of line. So now I'll let a little bit of line out because now I'm going to run really close to the rope. And then now I just stop and then I just really slowly retrieve. See if I can trigger one of the ones on the bottom. And normally that is like, as you can see, I'm not really turning it very much.
No.
Keeping my rod tip high.
Yep.
And then if I want to put a bit of movement in it, it's literally like that.
Okay, just shaking.
Yeah, we literally are just shaking it, because what we don't want to do is, so when we're shaking it, because we've got little paddle tails on it, all we're doing is we're doing this in the water.
Yep.
But whereas if we're doing this,
yep,
you see how
it's
really
erratic.
Yeah, and that's what happens to the tail all the time. So then it will abort the tail.
Yeah.
So all we're really trying to do is we're just trying to
I can
give
see
it
that movement there.
Yeah. So you see, we're trying to give it a little bit of a wobble on the body, and that's kind of what we're doing there.
Oh yeah, I can see my lure now. Do you have to really get them on the nose with it? Do they chase or?
They will chase.
Yeah.
That one I had was chasing.
Yeah.
Because I run it across its face.
Yeah.
So as long as it goes near them, they will move. If it's not close enough to them, sometimes they won't move. Sometimes they will, but ideally what we want is get it as close as we can to them, so they...
To there now?
Yeah, so they kind of just waddle along, and then they just grab it in their mouth kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Now, that one. It's almost like a video game.
Yes. Yeah, it can be a little like that, but as you can see, it's not always guaranteed, and
no.
that's the frustrating thing about it. Everyone thinks it's all said and done, and
how do you think these fare with other ones that are out? I think hummingbird, I think, do quite a good one as well, don't they? Like
hummingbird have just released.
360.
Yeah, the 360 is really good. Obviously, with what they do is a game changer, really. But
yeah,
we have 360. We just have to use it on the Ghost.
Yeah.
But for what I do, how I do things, mate, I really can't fault what I use here. It puts a lot of fish, as you see how quickly I put that fish on the boat. So for what I do, I love it. And the fact that it's easy to kind of go through the settings. Yep. I prefer it.
And you don't have the active target on the motor?
No. I use that with the handheld system. Yep. Purely because I want to be able to track and hold and watch positions and stuff like that. So that for me is why I always have it separately, to be honest. Hey Mark, can I give you this?
Yeah.
Right. I will put it really close.
So what, that's a drop shot?
This is a drop shot, yeah. So
I haven't put that on there.
That's fine, it's not a problem.
Okay.
Not a problem.
So I'm working this then, I'm just switching it.
No, I just want you to get it right to the bottom. You see it dropping right there to the bottom?
Yep. Do I need the bail arm off or not?
No, it will drop perfectly. Just let it drop into that cavity. And so what we're doing with the drop shot is we're gonna let it drop.
Yep.
Flick it.
Yep.
Then let it drop again. So you see there's fish already on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it spooked out. Right. So it's exactly the same what I was saying about the tip, but we're gonna let it drop down a bit.
Okay. So it's a slow drop.
It's yeah. So all we're trying to do is mimic a dying fish in this situation. So you just want to work the lure a bit. So you don't want to move the weight too much.
No.
So you want to be able to feel the weight, but not necessarily move the weight.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
There's definitely a fish on it or near it.
Yep. It's totally different than sea fishing because obviously you've got your tide moving it, and you're adjusting your heights all the time. Where really you're trying to constantly keep this at the bottom.
Yeah. There's a lot of differences. I mean, there's the way what we're fishing is we're just seeing fish and we're just trying to trigger them.
Yeah.
So in this instance, it's quite difficult to kind of kind of match what you're doing in the sea, because obviously everything moves in the sea, whereas here it's very static.
Yeah.
We almost have to implement everything. Okay, so if you want to just bring it in and have another recast to that and see if...
Okay, to the buoy.
So this time, so rather than casting too far past it, we're trying to drop it right on the buoy.
Right, okay.
Great cast. That's perfect. Yeah, brilliant. See it? Dropping, dropping, dropping. Yeah. So that's going to go right down to those bottom fish that are right on the bottom of that rope. Obviously, we'll lose it because it will go inside the rope.
Yeah.
But it should drop on those 3 fish near the bottom. Yeah. There you go. You see it dropping in now?
Yeah.
There you go. There. Feel like one fish has gone down to it. Oh no, it moved back into the rope.
What size zander can you expect in here?
So that one that I had was an average size one. Normally we expect bigger than that. So into doubles is normally kind of where you want to be at.
Yeah, it's very delicate, isn't it?
Yeah, the drop shot. So on the drop shot, the way I tend to work it, so I pull up onto it, and then I'll just shake it like this, and then I'll let it drop, and then I'll pick it back up and then shake it. So as I say, I don't really want to be moving the weight as much.
No.
I want to be moving the lure, because if I'm moving the weight, I'll show you, because if I'm moving the weight, this is what it does.
Oh, I see.
So it's great, but it puts a lot of movement in it, but it brings it towards you.
Okay.
Whereas if I can sit there and shake it, and then let it drop naturally, obviously
it's swimming.
It's almost like a dying fish as such.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay. It's only because I burnt yours in. That's why. I'll put it back out there. Sorry, I closed the bail arm. You might want to just open that bail arm just to kind of let it get down. Oh, it spooked that fish out. You see how that fish at the bottom just darted out a little bit? They on the bottom, they definitely don't seem to want it near them, which is quite interesting. I'm wondering if they might be perch. I'm not. Oh no, there's your lure.
So it must be frustrating fishing with a complete
Mate, it's perfectly fine. This technique that I'm trying to show you here is not an easy technique. Any of them, even the drop shot, any of it. It's one of them that you can either do very well, or you just struggle all the time at it. So I think you've just hit bottom there.
Yeah.
Oh no, you haven't.
Not hit.
It's really weird. It's not sinking very well, is it?
No.
I'm wondering if it's got to do with the ice. The ice is holding up the braid or something. It's definitely not sinking like it should.
Oh, there's a few down there now.
Yeah. And there's the lure dropping. See it?
Yeah.
It's just hit bottom now.
Yeah, I've been trying to use this sort of drop shot method when I went with Adam on the reefs and that, catching the wrasse.
Yeah.
It's quite. I just had to scale all my stuff down, where I was using sort of 30-pound braid to, using 12-pound.
Yeah. That is the hardest thing, is obviously scaling everything down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so, I like to almost, I suppose, you find that you like to feel the thump on the bottom, so that, especially the sort of the jigging and that I do, you like to feel it hit the bottom, so you know they're there. It's
a lot. So that's exactly the same way that we used to do when we were like what they classed as vertical fishing for zander back in the day. So when we were drifting, is you want to be able to feel the thud, so you knew that you were near or in constant touch with the bottom.
And are they a bottom feeder more?
No, they don't. The zander are very much an active, up in the water, feeding fish. And that's why you kind of almost have to keep it above their head to trigger them. They definitely prefer coming from underneath to hit a lure than they do below it. So normally if we bring it from below them up, it actually spooks them off.
Right.
Oh, missed it. Yeah, they're very, very timid at the moment. I mean, there might be one just on your drop shot now.
I'm just trying to do that little rattle.
Yeah.
Is this the best time to catch the zander?
Not really, no. It's very bright. Well, early morning, sometimes it can be very good. I didn't get much of a thud on that fish. It was more of a case that it hit it and I knew it had taken it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the hit is normally just crazy. Like super crazy.
So am I okay still where I am then? Or?
I'm trying to draw them into you a little bit. So that's why I'm continuing. Normally, when we're like sharp shooting them like this, it's best just for one of you to fish. But what I'm trying to do is seeing if I can draw them in, and they don't want mine, then they might swoop down and grab yours. But
so when you fish in teams, do you work like this then?
So I have for zander especially, yes. For other species, not necessarily, because sometimes we're trying to cover as many fish as possible. Come on, take it. It keeps coming out and following it, but it just doesn't take it. I mean, that is an active zander, so if we can try and get you now close to that buoy.
Yeah.
Oh, he did have a pluck at it. Look, he mouthed it.
Yeah. That's to it, but it's to one side.
Yeah, it's perfect. Just let it go all the way down.
Yeah.
I can see it tracking down there. It's literally hugging the rope. There you go. It's still going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's a better cast. That's good.
So am I to the right hand side of that then, or is that
to the left?
Oh right.
Well, it's actually not. You are left of it, but it's almost in front of it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So unlike side scan, what you're looking at, so where you see there's like a line at the back of the screen near the top left, that's actually the back beam.
Oh, okay.
And at the top of that is the transducer. So anything in front of that is actually in front of the boat.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So I'm down far enough now, so I just twitch it?
Yeah, just keep on working it in that area. Just nice and steady movements. There's another fish.
Oh, so that's on that rope. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So shall I continue with the drop shot?
No, we try and stroll them. Just let the boat settle.
Yep.
And then we'll have a go at it, because it's actually not on the rope. It's to the left a little bit. Right, sorry, I beg your pardon.
So will we fish this side?
No, just the boat will hopefully sort itself out.
Okay.
Let me... So you can see it there?
There's a fish there by that rope, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and cast onto that, as close to that rope as we can.
All right, Mark.
Right.
We're a little bit settled now, so whenever you're ready, you can...
So try and cast to that. So I'm going to try and do it sitting down, so I want to try and almost hit that buoy then. Yeah,
pretty much. A little short.
Yeah, I think I can't really do it sitting down.
It's quite difficult, really. Yeah. It's that's a good cast. That's fine. Leave it. Let it drop. Just let it drop. Yeah. You're going to land right near it. Okay, slow your retreat. Slow it down.
Yeah. Oh,
right, now a steady retrieve. Okay, it didn't quite move, so burn it in quickly, and then try and just cast just past that buoy if you can.
Yeah.
But that's the line, as you can see that line. That was a good line. It should work. Yeah, good. See it?
I've got these Ractor-like glasses and I can't see anything.
Yeah, stop. Steady retrieve. Slow the retrieve down if you can. Slow it. Just nice and steady. Keep it going. That's a good. It's on you. Oh. It turned off for some reason. So okay, burn it back in. Recast.
Is it better to do like an overhead cast?
Yes.
Like a carp fisherman? Yeah,
pretty much. Hold on, let me find the fish again, because it's moved. Okay, no, it's spooked off. Okay, so that was interesting. For whatever reason, they do that. If they're not happy with something, then they just swim off. Do you want to get your drop shot out?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some fish right here underneath the boat.
Under the boat.
Yeah, pretty much. They look like perch to me.
So just drop down below.
You see them? Just there? They're kind of going towards the tower a little bit now.
So is there 3 there by that tower then?
Yeah. There's a pipe that's just there.
Oh, right,
you see it?
okay,
And they just on the other side of it.
So
basically.
cast it to the tower.
So you're kind of just going again just to the right of it, really. There's another big fish coming in by the looks of it. Yeah, it's a good cast. It was dropping directly to where they were.
Yeah. So I'm still got the bail arm off. There's 3 or 4 there.
So that's where I cast there. That's roughly about where you need to. No, you don't need to be.
Shall I recast?
Yeah, hold on. Let me try and get a cast on it, and then you cast directly where I cast.
Okay.
In fact, let's change your lure quickly if you don't mind, because that will be a little big if those are perch. I guess so. So they are just in front of us, about there.
That's
yeah,
where
there you
cast.
go, exactly there where I just cast.
Yeah, I suppose once you understand how you're looking at it and everything else, then it becomes quite easy.
Yeah, it's very simple. You can cast 2 things really simply, and I do try and keep it a little close hat of what I do, because there are some things that I do that no one else does at all.
No.
But a lot of the guys are starting to play with what I'm doing at the moment, so it's not much you can do. Eventually someone will find out about it and blab about it. But it's zander are very funny fish, because you can target. I mean, on that first spot, I had 4 follows and only converted 1.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good, if I'm honest. So I've had where I've done 20 in 1 conversion. So it can be really painstaking at times. What is it doing? See it up in the water there? Right, you're good.
Okay.
Steady retrieve, just nice and steady. Whoa. Let it drop a little bit. Steady retrieve, steady retrieve, steady retrieve, steady retrieve. It's on you, it's following. Nice, keep it ticking over, keep it ticking over.
Going a bit too fast for him, am I?
No, it would have sped up. So that was a very good cast. That was spot on. I got out of your way because I seen you were right on it. That's it, good. We're on target.
My lure just passed them.
No, it's still on it. It's still Oh, that was so infuriating. All right, bring it in.
It almost looks like there's 2 there.
No, it's definitely one. It's a big fish.
Yeah.
It's a really nice big fish.
So your lure's just above it?
Yeah, that's
that
right.
line, that streak,
Did not turn for me.
No. And what is this sort of mimicking? Is that like a small perch or?
No, I've tried that. I think more looks like a little baby zander.
Yeah.
So.
Do they eat their own?
Oh, they absolutely smash their own zander. Everything eats baby zander. Zander in general are just a very easy fish to eat. Whether that be
years ago, it's sort of the 80s and that they sort of said it was a perch pike, but it's nothing to do with it. It's its own breed, isn't it?
It is exactly its own breed. It's
Someone said it's sort of it's crossed between a perch and a pike, and it's not, is it?
Not quite. No, I mean I think because of the teeth aspect that they're kind of getting it, and then the fin aspect. But it as you say, it is actually its own species.
And were they introduced to the UK or?
Yeah, someone brought them over from the Netherlands or something in the 80s, and I think it was the Coventry Canal or Coombe Abbey, or I can't actually remember where it was, but and
then they just bred.
Yeah, they have got into places. Some people have moved them. I mean, don't get me wrong. When they're very small fish and they want to become big fish, they're extremely invasive. Yeah. But so are perch and so are pike. Everything doesn't want to be small. Everything wants to be big. So the bigger they get, the quicker they get. The quicker they get bigger, the better off they are, if that makes sense. So
the less threat they are for water.
yeah, and as soon as they get to a certain size and you know, a certain limit and stuff, they not as aggressive. As you can see, I mean, if you think of how many we've seen today, what we've covered, and they're not really hitting. Okay, yes, we are using lures, but I would say we'd have more chance on lures than we do on baits anyways. And I've watched them in shoals of fish, and they hate being in shoals of fish. I've very rarely seen them smashing through shoals of fish. That's just how fickle they are, or can be at times.
So I'm not too high there, no?
No, it'll come up. It's already started to come to it a little bit. See?
Yeah.
There
It's
you go.
coming right up to it.
Yeah.
Please. He's turned on it, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. And follow behind it. Oh, no.
Twitch
wow.
it?
No, I watched it turn just at the last second. See, I don't understand why they come up to that and then go away.
The shadow of it, or the image of it, actually covered the lure, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then it turned on it.
But you see how far back it's swimming now?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, it's gone into that gully.
That's my lure, isn't it?
Yeah, that's your lure. Oh, there it is.
Behind.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. Right on it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just turned off.
Twitch it.
Mate, the way it's set up, I was almost guaranteed you were going to get that fish.
Yeah. It's gone right to the bottom again now.
Yeah, it's gone hard to ground.
So you really want to be 5 foot above them then, roughly?
Yeah, there or thereabouts. Yeah, I mean, if you can, 2 foot is good as well. But what you want to do is you want them to turn and come up.
Yeah.
You don't want to run it too close to their face where they look at it and they will spook off it straight away. You want to think, oh shoot, I'm going to lose that fish. I've got to go and chase that.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to imitate, is them trying to chase a fish. But this one's been really stubborn. It's swimming away.
There's one behind.
Yeah, I'll have to go for the second one. Oh, mind you, we're getting close.
You can almost see their tail moving, can't you? You know, swimming.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can watch them moving their tails at times. Yeah, I'm coming on the wrong side of the sun for them. They spook. I think they spooking off the shadow off the boat.
Yeah. Because
every time we've come from this side, with the sun behind us, they've moved straight away. So it's. All right, Mark. Let's cast to them if you can, please, for me. I might catch one, and I don't really want to do that. I really want you to try and catch one. So it's straight out, basically. Just a nice, steady retrieve for me there, please. It's nice and steady. Keep on retrieving, retrieve. Is it turned? Yeah, it's turned. I'm just following your lure. I'm not really sure. It's definitely moving. Go, and stop. Can you drop it for me a little bit more?
Yeah.
Get it down. Started to drop a bit. Stop there. I hate zander. I love them, but I hate them. Well, you're gonna have to just drop it a little bit more for me, please. That'll do, thank you. Half a turn up. That's it, perfect. Another half a turn up. A full turn up. That's it, yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
It's coming up. Oh!
Just turned. So close.
Jesus Christ, fish. I don't get it. Could you just drop it a little bit more? Yep, good, thank you. Yeah.
On top of that bank.
I was watching it, and I was like, it's going to creep out the back end. It's the same one we were following before, but I thought I'd be cheeky. Yeah, stop it there. Just for a second, just let it settle.
I couldn't see it.
There's one on the bottom. You can go for either. If you want to go to the bottom, you need a drop. If you want to stay for that one up in the water, then you need to kind of be where you are. Okay, drop your lure a bit for me, please. It's over there. Perfect.
Drop down.
Yeah, come. Spooked off the lure, that one.
Yeah.
But there might be a fish on top of that first one.
Yeah.
Just drop it a little bit for me. Yeah, that's good there. Come on. Just come up, separate. Bam! Now we're thinking ifs, buts, maybes. There you go.
Coming out.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah. Just comes up, looks at it almost, and then...
Yeah, I know they do it a lot. Right. But you see, it's already spooking off the boat. It's already started to move.
Am I about the right height?
Yeah, it's fine. That.
I don't want to twitch, just leave it exactly as it is.
Yeah, just at the moment, just switching has spooked them off.
Yep.
Bleeding thing. Keeps on swimming around in a circle.
Yeah.
Every time I adjust it, it moves further and further away.
A bit, didn't he?
All right, mate. Let's see if we can find a perch.
Or has he just gone past me?
No, it's coming back by the looks of it. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's coming back.
No. It's just looking at it, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not really committing. It's being very weird. You're sitting off too much. Oh well.
Well, we're just heading in now. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for me today, but Daniel obviously caught a nice zander this morning, I suppose about 6-7 pound. But it is what it is, it's fishing. And as Daniel was saying, it's, you know, we probably had 20 or 30 fish come up quite aggressively. And you know, I actually felt one banging on the lure, you know, like banging the lead head, but it is what it is. Well, I'd just like to say thanks very much to Daniel for taking me out and getting us on the fish. I mean,
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't catch today, which is unfortunate, but we had loads and loads of strikes, didn't we?
Yeah,
you know, loads of...
we had a lot of follows. I mean, it's never easy. The style of fishing that we do with the zander is always going to be difficult. You can only try. We only had really one proper conversion today, and that unfortunately was to me. But, you know, some days I can come on here and I can target 30 zander and maybe get 1 or 2 takes myself. So
in fairness, today really, after you caught that first fish, you were just trying to get me a fish. To be fair, so you could have probably picked where I didn't, you know.
Maybe, you know, you never know. I mean, we had a lot of instances when we thought we were going to convert 2 or 3, and they just followed. And that's unfortunate with zander. You know, you can have all the tech in the world, as you guys might have seen today. Yeah. We got some fabulous tech, but actually trying to get a fish to take the lure is another thing, really.
Yeah. Well, I'd just like to say thanks very much for Daniel for taking me out, especially on my birthday, and thanks very much for watching Manic Fishing, and I'll see you on the next one.